What's happening? It's Greeny, and if you watch my last several videos, you're going to notice that I'm not in Turkey anymore. I'm back in the beautiful state of Michigan, and it's a pretty good time to be back in Michigan. All these colors are changing on the trees, and I think I hear a deer running around in the woods. We got this little deer running around, Rocky. But I want to talk to you guys today about my situation in Thailand. I had given up on Thailand, about 99% given up on Thailand this year. I did not think it was going to happen. And I booked a flight to Turkey, and I figured, well, I hear Turkey's nice, should be a good place to spend a few months, and I went there. I was there about 3 weeks, and sidebar here, if anybody's thinking about going to Turkey, I made a few videos about the prices in Turkey. I'll put a link in the description. And watch those if you're interested in Turkey if you can't get in Thailand this year. It's an excellent alternative. It really was. I really enjoyed it. It was beautiful. And I highly suggest that if you can't make it to Thailand, if that's where you want to go, Turkey's a good place. To see the description, just click on the name of this video and the description will pop up, and I'll put some links down there. There's something running around back here. It could be squirrels, could be a deer, I don't know. But maybe we'll get lucky on this video and a deer will jump up. But so I'm in Turkey, and I had given up pretty much on Thailand. Like I said in a previous video, I was trying to get an education visa through a language school, and they did all the steps for me. They sent it all into the Ministry of Education to get that approved. They sent me all my paperwork. I'm good to go. The only bad thing is the U.S. Thai embassy here in Washington, D.C. is not accepting that paperwork right now. It's not a method to get into Thailand. So what else came up? So the special tourist visa scheme, as they call it, scheme. I like that the name of it, scheme. That came up, and I called the Thai long stay company, and they told me they didn't know if U.S. citizens were going to be allowed. But I sent them my passport anyways, just so that if that popped up and I was allowed to enter that way, that I'd have my paperwork in order. I also had all my paperwork in order for a retirement visa in case that came up. So I'm sitting there and I look on the Royal Thai Embassy website in Washington, D.C. There's something running around right here. I check on their website, and it says STV visas will not be accepted from U.S. citizens. It's too much illness here with the current situation. But But I also saw in there that you can apply now for a retirement visa. So I was like, well, what does that mean? What, will that help me? So I got on the phone and I called the Thai embassy in Washington, D.C. and found out that yes, we Americans, if you're an American, you can apply for a retirement visa, an OA visa right now. There's a bunch of different steps that I'll go over in the next video on what you need to have to get that and all the documentation you need. But somebody's noisy over there. See, this is what happens when you get old. You forget exactly what you were talking about and where you are. You get one thing distracts you and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I talked to the lady at the Thai embassy, and she said you need to apply online first. Once you apply online, if it's accepted, you'll get an email. So I sent everything in. I booked a flight to come home because I knew that I'm going to have to deal with everything from the United States. She was very clear about that. I could not do anything from Turkey. I had to be in the United States. So I got home last Monday. I checked my email on Tuesday, and I was approved for this visa tentatively. Said I was moving on to step 2. I had to mail all my hard copies, my passport, and a check into the Thai consulate in Chicago, which I did. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm waiting for all my paperwork from the Thai consulate. To actually apply, though, I had to book my flight. And you can't just book a regular flight. You have to do a repatriation flight. And there's only about 3 or 4 airlines that do this. If you go on the Thai embassy website, and I think if you go on visas and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it gives you the phone numbers. You have to call a special phone number. I called Eva Air, and they were really nice. They said they'd refund my money if the visa didn't work out, or if everything didn't get done in time, that I could change it to a later date for a different flight. But so I bought my flight, I submitted everything, and like I said, I'm just waiting right now. So if you're interested in this type of stuff and you want to know how my voyage back to Thailand works, if I actually make it, if I get my visa, what what the quarantine hotels are like. I'll be documenting this all the way through. So plan to have at least several more videos on this, then hopefully a ton of videos when I get back to Thailand. So if you're interested, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you'll know every time I put a new video on. That way you'll stay updated and know how things are progressing. If I can do it, trust me, you can do it. I'm no genius.